Hey everyone, Snapper TRX here again. Thanks for checking in back on the channel. And about a month ago I did a review on my newest pistol, the Keltec CMR30. If you've seen that video, you may notice I've added a few things onto here that I'll probably go over some other time, but not today. Overall, I thought it was a great gun for a couple of good reasons. One, it's chambered in .22 Magnum, and .22 Magnum is very fun to shoot out of a pistol. Very loud and creates quite a big fireball, and it's not very expensive. Also, 30-round magazines means if you're carrying two of these around, you're packing quite a substantial amount of firepower in a pretty light and small package. Now that being said, it was my birthday recently, and I decided to go out and pick up the complementary carbine to the PMR30, the CMR30. And if you look at these two side by side here, you can see the lower of the CMR30 is pretty much a PMR30. They're both chambered in .22 Magnum, and they both use the same 30-round magazines, which is fantastic. Now, I haven't taken this to the range, and I don't want to do a long review of all the tech specs and all that, because there's plenty of other videos on YouTube over that. But I figured I would just give my first impressions and give you an idea of what I think, and then later this week I hope to get to the range, and I'll probably do like a range day video with all three of my Keltecs, the P17, the PMR, and the CMR. Now, right out of the box, I can tell you the CMR30 is very, very small and very, very short. Like, you don't even understand how small this thing is until you are holding it in your hand. Now, if you're familiar with the CMR at all, you know it has this collapsible stock, which is great. And there's a little release button right here, and you can actually move this into 5 different positions to suit your needs. Now, I really like that because I'd like to get my wife into one of these as well. And of course, being a much smaller person than I am, it's really cool that she'll be able to adjust this and find where it fits her just right. Because her current rifle is pretty big and heavy, and even though she likes to shoot it, I think she will enjoy this much better. The overall build quality of this thing is pretty nice. The lower portion here is polymer like the PMR30. In fact, I would say it's probably the exact same molds and everything they use for the PMR30. But the rest of this thing is all steel and aluminum, and it feels great. This pick rail along the top goes the entire length, and it's aluminum, and then you've got this small pick rail down here. Well, I say small, it's still pretty sizable, and that's aluminum as well. You've got an ambidextrous charging fins, I guess, on either side of the gun that are non-reciprocating. And I really like that because in holding this thing, I kind of want to hold it like this towards the front, but I also kind of want to hold it back here, or maybe a little more like this. Now, Keltec makes their own angled foregrips that match the color and texture of their gun styles. So I may go buy one of those and slap it on here and find where I want to put it, and we'll see how it feels after I get that on there. Now, it does have a threaded barrel, which I've mentioned before. I don't own any suppressors. I don't want to own any suppressors. I don't want to put a suppressor on this because, number one, I don't want to give the government any money for a tax stamp, which I think is illegal and unconstitutional. But also, I kind of don't want to add any extra length to this thing. You know, if I throw a suppressor on here, we're looking at, what, another 8, 10, 12 inches off of the front of the barrel. Now, what I did do, however, is before I bought this, I was online and I found this barrel shroud with an integrated muzzle brake. So I can unscrew this end off, and it's just a hollow tube as a barrel shroud, and then this inch and a half for a muzzle brake on the front. I do like the look of the CMR30 with this on it, according to the images I saw online. So I bought one beforehand, and I will put this on there simply for the aesthetics. I mean, it's a muzzle brake on a 22 Magnum isn't going to do a whole lot, but I did like how it looks, so I did end up buying one of those. So like the PMR30, it has an ambidextrous safety. The mag release is down here on the back end of the grip, which is kind of odd, but I guess you get used to it. Now, another company makes some kind of little hook loops for the bottom of these magazines, which is supposed to make them a little easier to grab and pull out, because you can see these are flat and they push in kind of flush. And then I guess it also extends, you can see here, it extends back here underneath the magazine release button, because I guess some people, and I've not experienced this, but I've only taken my PMR out twice, some people have accidentally pushed the mag release with their palm, which I don't see how that can happen, and it has caused the magazine to come loose. So I guess these little hooks put or I guess they support this button a little bit better, meaning you can't just push it in. Again, I don't know. I've not had that issue, so I don't know. I'll probably buy some just because it will be a little bit easier to pull these things out. Although I think, so this is a CMR mag, and I think it's different from my PMR mag in that I don't remember my PMR magazine having this. You know what? I'm going to take a look here real quick. You can see on this one, this has like a little foot that comes down that makes it a little bit easier to grab hold of. I don't think the PMR magazine I have does that. Here's the PMR magazine, but I guess it does. I never noticed. I wonder if it, let's see here. No, same thing. That makes it real easy to grab with your finger and pull that out. Alright, well, very cool, something new. So, I'm hoping this has the same trigger setup as the PMR, because the PMR has a really nice trigger setup. Overall, I'm so far very happy with the purchase. Now I've got a couple of accessories I'm going to throw on here. I've already showed you the barrel shroud. I mentioned a while back I bought this, I know it's Chinese made Feiyachi laser and flashlight combination, which I've had one of these on one of my other guns for quite some time. It's held up. That was on a 40 cal carbine, so I know it shouldn't have any problems with 22 Magnum. And then a while back I purchased this Cabela Firebolt prism sight. And I will throw this on there for now. Not sure if I'll keep it on there. I'm kind of a big fan of reflex sights, but I have, I guess, an astigmatism I found out. So when I look through the reticle of the reflex sights or a red dot, it flares out pretty bad. With this prism sight, I don't have that issue, but this is pretty big. You can see it's got some pick rails on the side there. I may go ahead and throw like a micro red dot on there, or maybe just get another little piece of angled pick rail and put it on the CMR and put a micro red dot on there as well. So, very cool. We'll see how it runs, and I will throw up another video once I get all the accessories and everything put on there, or maybe I'll append it to the end of this video. We'll see, but so far, very happy, very impressed. Cost me about $650 from CDNN Sports. Bought that online, and yeah, I'll report back and let her know how it shoots. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and put this stuff on since I've got a little bit of time before I head to work today. And this is what I've ended up with. I like this a lot. Now I do want to get, again, an angled foregrip or maybe a short vertical foregrip for my hand right here. But you can see this guy's looking pretty darn slick. I like it a lot. It does add quite a bit of weight to the whole thing, particularly this guy right here. But I'm really happy with this. I like how it looks. I like how it feels. Can't wait to get it out to the range. Again, not a suppressor, just a barrel shroud with an integrated muzzle brake. And holy crap. Let's see if I can get a good... Oh yeah. That looks amazing. That looks amazing. I am very happy with that. I will report back after range day and let you know how she operates. Alright? Catch you all later. Stay safe out there.